Take a second and listen to the silence right now, because your exams are over. The pens are down. The teachers have finally stopped talking, and that constant pressure sitting on your chest for the last 6 months is suddenly gone. You feel light. You feel like you've actually crossed a finish line. You look at your desk and you think, I did it. I finally earned the right to just stop and relax. So you open up YouTube, you click on a Minecraft video, you lean back in your chair, and you let your mind drift. But if you are completely honest with yourself, you know exactly what is happening underneath that feeling of relief. You aren't actually relaxing. You are hiding. You have a massive list of things you know you need to do, skills you want to learn, a body you want to build, a life you want to start. But instead of moving, you are waiting. You're waiting for Monday morning. You're waiting for next semester. You're waiting for some magical burst of inspiration to hit you out of nowhere and fix everything for you. Have you ever stopped to wonder why your first instinct is always to wait? It's because you've been trained to do it. From the very first day you stepped into a classroom, you have been conditioned to sit quietly in a room, wait for a bell to ring, and wait for an adult to tell you what to do next. You didn't have to steer the ship. You just had to show up and follow the preset lines painted on the floor. You have been trained to be a passenger in your own life, sitting in a giant waiting room, expecting someone else to come along and start your life for you. But here is the question that should keep you up at night. When does the waiting point actually end? Most teenagers look at the calendar and assume it happens automatically. They think turning 18 or graduating high school is a magic door that they walk through and suddenly feel like a real adult who is completely ready to conquer the world. That is the biggest lie you've ever been told. The waiting point doesn't stop just because you get older. It only stops when your safety net disappears. Right now you are allowed to be passive because the system is absorbing all the risk for you. If you waste 6 hours today scrolling through your phone, there is still food in your kitchen. If you fail an exam or procrastinate for a week, your roof doesn't vanish. You have a massive, comfortable cushion that protects you from your own bad habits. But the exact second you step out into the real world, that cushion is gone. The economy doesn't care about your potential. Landlords don't care if you lack motivation. Companies don't care if you feel burnt out. If you wait until the world forces you to wake up, you've already lost the game. You will be entering a brutal, fast-moving environment with the mindset of a child who is still waiting for instructions. Now, I'm not saying this to make you feel guilty. It's incredibly important to realize that this isn't happening because you are a bad person. It is actually a biological design flaw. Your brain was designed thousands of years ago for one thing: basic survival. Back then, energy was scarce. If you didn't move, you starved. If you weren't smart, a predator caught you. Human beings evolved to thrive under pressure, to solve hard problems, and to fight for resources. Urgency was our natural state. But look at your life today. You are surrounded by total unnatural comfort. You have a warm bed, a stable home, and a smartphone that feeds you endless hits of cheap dopamine. Every time you play a video game or scroll through social media, your brain gets a massive reward without doing any real work. Your brain looks around your bedroom and honestly believes you've already won the game of life. It thinks you are safe, wealthy, and successful, so it enters power save mode. Your laziness isn't a broken personality. It's just an ancient survival brain reacting to a modern world that is way too easy. The problem is that while your brain is asleep in this comfortable cage, the outside world is getting harder, more expensive, and more competitive. The comfort you are enjoying right now is a slow poison. So, how do you deal with this? How do you force the waiting room door to open today while you are still young? You have to manufacture your own urgency. Since the world isn't punishing you for being comfortable right now, you have to create your own stakes. You need to flip the switch on how you view yourself. Stop comparing your progress to your friends at school who are also drifting through life doing nothing. Start comparing yourself to the future version of you. Let's do the math. If you keep doing exactly what you did today for the next 5 years, where do you actually end up? Every single day you spend waiting is a debt that your 25-year-old self will have to pay back with interest, stress, and regret. You are actively building a prison for the adult you are about to become. To break the cycle, you have to realize that motivation is a complete myth. If you wait until you feel like doing the hard thing, you will be waiting for the rest of your life. Action has to come first. You don't build discipline by waiting for a spark. You build it by forcing yourself to move when every single cell in your body is screaming at you to stay still. You do not need anyone's permission to take control of your life. You don't need a teacher to validate you. You don't need a parent to give you a schedule, and you don't need to wait for next semester. The training ends the exact moment you decide to step off the track. I'm not asking you to completely rewrite your entire routine by tomorrow morning. That's a fantasy that never works. I'm asking you to break the conditioning right now, in this exact moment. As soon as this video ends, do not scroll down to the comments. Do not click on the next video in your feed. Close the app entirely. Pick the single hardest task you've been avoiding, the one thing you've been waiting to do, and do it for exactly 2 minutes. Open the blank document. Write the first sentence of that essay. Do 10 push-ups. Open the book and read 1 page. Just break the freeze. The pressure you feel in your chest right now won't go away by thinking about it, and it won't go away by watching another video. It only disappears when you act. The rescue team isn't coming. Go save yourself.